Now we are going to invite a panel session today about the smarter optics, digital twins, and quality of transmission aware networks. So Esther Rebosik from OANS, Hideki Nishizawa from NTT Innovation Laboratories, and Matthias Stenberger from Nokia, and last but not least, Vittorio Puri from Politecnico di Torino. So we are going to analyze different aspects and the drivers that are making possible to realize these open networking concepts on the WDM optical networks. Vittorio, how do you define digital twins beyond or combination with GMPY? Which are the main characteristics that you consider that the digital twin for optical networks must have in order to be reliable and trustworthy across multiple networks?
The digital twin is, according to the scientific community and industry community, a fellow that has two legs and needs both legs to walk and move on. So one leg is the model of the real twin, real fellow. But as important as the model are the data moving to the network to mimic in a super reliable way the behavior of the system, that in this case is the optical network. GPI has been proved that the model is super accurate. If you have a super accurate digital twin, you can mimic inside the digital twin possible failures and then implement the reaction, what we can call proactive restoration in the line of self-healing of the networks.
To extend a little bit the scope on understanding better the use cases that motivates GMPY, digital twins, we have been discussing the all photonic network concept developed at the IOWN Global Forum. So Hideki-san, what's the IOWN Global Forum vision about all photonic networks and why the quality of transmission of the transceivers is important for the realization of these use cases?
So please let me talk about the background, why IOWN Global Forum, I'm talking about OpenVPN. So conventionally, we need to convey the human-to-human communication traffic. But recently, after AI have appeared, AI applications such as AI training require big boundaries between data center to data center. And in this case, the regional power supply issue and also regional space issue is a very key. IOWN Global Forum started to discuss the data center exchange. So flexibly, we want to connect paths. Here, the most critical issue is the optical path design. So now we have a Gaussian noise model, thanks to Vittorio. So we can easily design optical paths.
Thank you very much. Esther, what's the impact of GMPY for OANS?
So in Orange, we've been working with GMPY since its beginning. It was 2018. What is bringing GMPY to our process is autonomy. It's a way that we found to being able to challenge what the suppliers propose to us, but also better work with suppliers and have very precise requirements that help us to better compare the responses from networks. And it's been such a game changer that right now we always ask our suppliers to provide the data of their equipment in GMPY format.
Excellent explanation. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to ask Matthias, what's the minimal contract for a vendor to share the data that may be required in this type of multi-vendor environments and feed a planning tool or a digital twin based on GMPY?
I think GMPY, or the adoption of GMPY by vendors and the entire community, is not so much about the challenge, it's not on the technical side, it's about the trust, in the sense that we as vendors need to play our role in being able to disclose and share our own data so that they can be used for open planning. And I think it's part about reaching that trust among operators and our own competitors, but also coming to a common schema and a common framework for all the data that is needed.
Thank you very much. Let's go to close with a final question for Hideki. What are the next steps that NTT in IOWN Global Forum would like to prioritize for next year?
So actually, standardization activities are very key to realize our use case, data center exchange. IOWN Global Forum already established a relationship with TIP and also Open RODAN. So they already have started to utilize GNFI proposed by Political University and the NEC. So next step, we should appeal digital twin operation activity. And then three organizations collaborate each other and promote this activity as an operator side.
Thank you very much. It's very concrete. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending, and all the speakers and panelists that has been kindly accepting our invite to participate today.